Yo. So how y'all doing? This is Rose Train, and I'm gonna give you my review of Euphoria season 3, episode 5. Let's take a look. All right, now I want to say that we almost done. I mean, this is gonna be some shocking. This was like a stressful episode. So let me go get to it, right? So we're gonna start off with Cassie, and right now this bitch is blowing up on OnlyFans, putting in like 17 million followers and all that stuff, or 17,000 followers, or 17 million, whatchamacallit. And she going crazy. I mean, she bringing dildos and masturbating in front of the camera, and Maddie's helping her and all that stuff. And I'm telling you, this dumb bitch is blowing up. I mean, she's being interviewed by podcasts, and then in their one interview, she's going around saying that if a man want to cook and clean, then they should. If one want to cook and clean, they should say the N word, and all this saying I'm not a Democrat and all that shit though. That's like not foreshadowing, but it's making fun of her real life, because I mean Sydney Sweeney is going off saying that she's a Republican, she supports MAGA and American Apparel, all that stuff. I mean, they have the nerve to put that in there, right? Because she's doing that pro MAGA shit like that. And there was a cameo from Trisha Paytas and all that stuff though. Over Cassie doing her thing, blowing up on OnlyFans, getting like 17 million followers, and then she being interviewed, and George tells her that George tells her that maybe she should come work with him, become like a TikTok personality with him and all that stuff, and telling him to leave Maddie because she's not a real manager and all that stuff though. And anyway, Cassie sets up a meeting with Maddie, and she discovers that Maddie is fake, and I mean she has her own apartment and then not a mansion, and then somehow Cassie tells Maddie that she's gonna be moving on and all that stuff, joining this guy's TikTok thing. However, Maddie be faking this, and then she pretends to call someone saying that she's not gonna get the role for LA Knights. I mean, Maddie's pretending to be on the phone and stuff like that. I mean, that's not, Maddie's just fucking showing off and stuff like that though. However, though, Cassie gives in and says, "No, please, begging her. I mean, please, baby, don't do it." However, though, Maddie has her to sign the contract for this for like a role on LA Knights, but it wasn't legit. All right. And then next thing you know is Maddie goes to Lexi and all that stuff and put her on the show and stuff like that. And then Lexi refuses to have Cassie on there, and then Maddie's like, "Would you be my enemy now?" So anyway, Cassie goes to the audition, and then she does this Shakespearean shit like this. And then next thing you know is, let me give you a hint though. In that scene, they have Euphoria's casting director making a cameo appearance. So her name is Mary Bernal, something like that though. Oh, so this is like life imitating art, or art imitating life. I mean, it's like making fun of their own show or something like that. I mean, you have Euphoria's actual casting director making a cameo while Cassie's doing an audition. And you know, Sharon Stone and her other producer though, they said that they would like to put her on the show LA Knights, much to Lexi's concern and shit like that. I mean, she doesn't even like that shit though. I mean Lexi is pissed and all that stuff. And later on, you know, it's like she goes over and tells her that she got the part, and then Lexi calls Cassie, you know, the most selfish, narcissistic bitch in the world. You know what I'm saying? And Cassie doesn't even give a shit though. I mean, this dumbass bimbo. I mean, she thinks it's all about herself. I mean, she want to make some money and get all the attention. Oh, I forgot to tell you. There was a sequence in which Cassie was becoming a fucking giant, like she's Godzilla and shit like that. Was it King Kong? You know, she walking around city like she's King Kong and shit like that. Next thing you know, she sees a guy jerking off to her on the internet. Next thing you know, she got her titties out. And then next thing you know, she smothered her big titties and breaking the what caused to break the window, smothering the guy and shit like that. It's like a damn cartoon or something like that. And you know worse shit, and then the Cassie doing a hair flip with the fake ass toy helicopter. Damn. Oh my gosh. So I mean shit. I mean Cassie is like, she is a rum bad bimbo. Now, we're gonna cut over to Maddie, and then somehow Maddie and Alamo. I mean, they about to be bonding, networking. You know, it's just like a scene. It's like in the diner where Maddie's talking to Rue at the diner, and she meets Alamo or stuff like that though. And they say they both you know, they trying to hustle and all that stuff. I mean, they could be like a killer couple. Nah. Anyway, so it turns out that Maddie's just making moves. I mean, she manages influencers or actors, something like that, and then Alamo manages the girls, and they try to have like a business relationship. They talk about 15% and stuff like that. Next thing you know is that Alamo takes Maddie to the strip club, and Maddie's looking for girls to be like managers, like managing them girls. I mean, she chose Rosalia and the kitty, who being trafficked by Alamo. I mean, she selected them. I mean, Rosalia got the neck brace and shit like that. I mean, yo, and shit. And then he's like, this looks like, is Maddie going to the dark side, trying to be a shady manager, and she's trying to hustle, something like that, faking stuff like that? I don't know, who knows? I mean, Maddie is like, I don't know what the hell's going on around here, but we're gonna find out. Now we go deal with Nate. You know, I mean, Nate is struggling. I mean, he got no maid, and he got a bunch of junk in the kitchen. I mean, takeout food. And he got this retro 70s kitchen thing, and all the damn food is laying on the floor. I mean, he's struggling. And somehow, you know, he encouraging Maddie to deal with this TikTok dude. And then he asked her to wire him about $30,000. So Maddie does the thing and sends him the money. But that's not helping, because one of Nas's henchmen or goon, he breaks into the house with a freaking cane, and he chases Nate to the bathroom, and he gives him an ass beating again. I mean, he broke his toe, but not only he broke his toe, he broke his finger. Oh my goodness, it's like finger licking good like KFC, man. I mean, Nate tried pleasing him that he got the money, but he didn't know Nate, you know, Nas is no muscle man, ain't buying that shit though. Shit. Oh my goodness. Now, let's go to the let's go to Rue right now. Right now, Rue has a dilemma. She's in a bad place. So what happened to Rue? It turned out that we would deal with Alamo. You know, he's complaining that his trousers are too short, and you know, and Alamo takes it out on the do-rag dude. And then he almost stabs, he almost kills this nigga, man. I mean, because his trousers is too short, though. Next thing you know is that he has a meeting. Rue is having a meeting with Alamo. He sees Bishop, you know, the guy with the afro and the rat tail. He got some knives and scissors and some equipment. Yo, man, he was gonna get rid of the bodyguard, man. Who was during the thing with Lori's crew came over and robbed the place. Yo, my man. And then Bishop tells Rue Alamo have a meeting with Alamo. Next thing you know, he kills the bodyguard for messing up and bringing the robbers in. I mean, that's like giving you like Scarface vibes and shit like that. So anyway, next thing you know is that Rue's having a meeting with Rue, and then next thing you know is this things. Things hasn't been right, and Bishop knows that things hasn't been right since Rue came over and all this stuff though. Next thing you know, that Rue has a meeting with the DEA agents, and then they want to find out. They want to get in contact with Lori. So Rue calls Lori. Lori cuts her off saying, yeah, I don't know you anymore, bitch. I don't know you, Rue. You killed my bird. She hung up on her. And then Rue calls Wayne, who was with Faye, and then Wayne doesn't give a shit about her too, saying the job's already occupied, bitch. You're done, bitch. And he hung up on her. So right now, Rue can't get nothing from Lori and stuff like that, though. So anyway, next thing you know is that Rue's talking to Jules, and then Jules like, "Are you gonna kiss me?" Because Rue hasn't got intimate with Jules and stuff like that, and Rue's just sitting there looking all stupid and stuff like that. I mean, she's waiting for Rue to make her move to kiss her, and then she was like, "Are you gonna kiss me?" Next thing you know is that Jules is having sex with some Rue, but it turns out to be the guy from True Blood, and somehow, who's his name, Sam Trammell, he tells her that let's keep this relationship a secret, and I'm a married man with kids, and I don't want to ruin my life and all that stuff, so I'm using you as a side piece. I mean, that's Jules' sugar daddy, by the way. So meanwhile, let's get into Rue. Look what happened. What happened with Rue was setting Rosalia up. I mean, Rue put the drugs in there and shit like that, and then next thing you know, Rosalia goes over to complain to Alamo, saying that she doesn't trust this bitch. Just that she doesn't trust this bitch, though. So anyway, what happened is Rue failed to tell Alamo that Faye's gang came over and robbed the place, and Rue didn't even mention that Faye Big Lips was a getaway driver and stuff like that, though. I mean, shit. So anyway, next thing you know, the Alamo goes to the diner, sees Rue talking to Maddie, and I already explained to that. And then Bishop calls Rue over to tell him to give him a ride with him. Bishop and Marshawn Lynch and all that stuff, right? So while Rue's getting a ride, Bishop tells her, ask her for the phone, and Rue was like, why? And he was like, bitch, do I have to question you? So she gave him the phone. So are they gonna find out if Rue is a snitch, or Rue is like a snitch to them? And did Rue delete her messages and all that stuff? I mean, I don't know what's going on. But the next thing you know is that they had Bishop ordering Rue to dig her own grave. And then in the end, Rue, I mean, she's buried up to her face and shit like that. And next thing you know, Alamo comes in with the damn polo thing, trying to take a swing. And then as soon as he tried to take a swing at Rue, he was like, ah! Is Rue dead? Ah, shit. That was a crazy episode. Now, question, is Rue's gonna survive or die? So this shit's getting crazy. So I'll be back next time. Like, subscribe.